Hi, I'm Natalie, and I have zero interest in ever taking a hot air balloon ride, but I love to look at them.
Oh,
I just
hi, I'm
looked at that,
oh
like at hot balloons, and I was thinking, could I do that? Okay, sorry. Go, Nikki.
no, I want to know what your answer was because
I
hi,
think
I'm Nikki, and I am very invested in taking a hot air balloon ride as soon as possible. In fact, every time a year ends, I think to myself, why didn't I do it this past year?
What?
Yes.
what?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Karina,
Okay.
Okay.
introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Carina, and I literally was just on a website looking at Portugal for my husband's 50th birthday. And one of the things they said to do was go on a hot balloon ride. And I was like, do I do that or not? And I was like freaked out because I'm scared of heights. So I think the answer is no, but maybe in a foreign country I'd be willing to. I don't
I think
know.
I'd be less willing to go
Yeah.
up into a hot air balloon in a foreign
Let's
country.
just take a look at that logic. But you know what
Yeah,
I love
I would
about
speak the
this?
language, but they're going to give me instructions how to not fall out of this basket in the sky.
So
Rethink that one, maybe. Rethink
th
that one.
this episode is coming out in the new year, even though we're not quite yet in the new year. At the time we are recording this, I was going to ask how you guys are feeling about the new year. But heck, I'm thinking like Nikki, how do we get you on a hot air balloon?
I
Let's
would
make it
like to.
happen. What's stopping you?
Literally, every single year, I get to the end of the year and I think, why didn't I go up in a hot air balloon this year? What
What's the
happened? I mean, granted,
answer?
this was a big year for me. There's a lot of stuff going on, but truly, at the end of every year, I think, oh man, you missed it again.
Okay,
What's up with
you know how you're
there are a
talking
million
about
things that one could do, but for whatever reason, hot air balloon is at the end of the year is that was a miss.
this is I just would have never guessed this about you, but you know how you said you might come out here in March? I think
Mhm.
if you do, there's a company here. So there's hot air balloons every morning here in the neighborhood. They take a hot air balloon ride into the desert. They land in the desert and they do a little picnic, and then they get back in the hot air balloon and go back.
Wait, Natalie, would you
I
do
love that.
that with her if she, like, because you said you wouldn't, and I said I would, but only in a foreign country, and the desert sounds like a foreign country to me. So I
I
would
think
be
what's going to
willing.
happen is I'm going to go up and you guys are going to drive to the picnic and he's going to
I
bring.
would do it with both of you. I said I have no interest, but like if this was something that you really wanted to make happen, I would make a memory with you guys like this. I would be scared out of my mind.
I'll hold you
Okay,
and
let's do it.
stroke your hair like
Let's
a
make
little
that
kid.
happen if you come out in March. I
I
will
will come
arrange
out
it.
in March.
Okay.
Guys, this is my year. 2026 is going to be my hot air balloon year. What?
Oh my gosh. Okay, what other
2026 is amazing already
So
just because
Yes.
of that.
What else is going to make 2026 amazing? What are you guys hoping for?
well, I mean, actually, my question then is, and not I would like to circle back to this, but are there things that you guys have been, is
Mm.
there something that you get to the end of the year, you're like, oh, I didn't do that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't do that. Because maybe we should make 2026 a year where each of us gets to do one of our things. Mine's already
I
on the schedule.
I love that. I don't have a thing. I think by the end of every year, I look back and think I get a little disappointed with the growth I had in my business or something. You know, like I look back and say, did I reach my goals in my business? That's where my focus is.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything. Oh, there is something I say I'm going to do every year and I don't do it. Good. This is a great question. It has to be a summertime or a spring event,
Okay.
but I want to lay on a floaty on my pool in the backyard in the like in the middle of the night with all the stars out.
Oh, I love this. We
I
can
feel
do
like
that.
flying out to Phoenix just so I could do that with you.
I
Maybe
know.
we
Or,
do it in March.
Is
well, I was
March
gonna
going to be
say,
warm enough for it?
is it warm?
Well, warm enough to lay on top of the float, not to get
Okay.
into the water.
Well, my other thought is we just need Nikki to get a pool of some sort or to be with one of us because we could just simultaneously all do it. I could be in my pool, Natalie can be in her pool, Nikki, you could be in a pool, and we could all just be in a pool at the same time looking at the stars.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hmm. Okay, I like that. Karina, what about you? Something
I
at the
think it's
end
a
of the
great
year?
idea.
I don't have anything, guys.
Natalie didn't think she had one either.
I
So
know. You got to think
let
about it a little
this
bit.
let this percolate.
Yeah, I'm going to let it percolate. So the other thing is the three of us been planning because Nikki is living an amazing life where she can do whatever she wants. And truthfully, Natalie can too. I feel like my whole next 10 years is laid out in front of me. But just so you guys know, Italy is in October. So I'm like the whole rest of
Nothing
my
in my head
year.
that it was March. Such a
Yeah, I'm
no.
taking a group to Italy in October, which I'm really excited about. It's a bunch of designers, so I think that'll be great. But like the whole rest of my year, in a lot of ways, I kind of cleared it out because of all the things going on with the university. So I kind of told myself this was a year of just quiet. Like, let's kind of buckle down a little. We're doing a lot of writing. I don't know. There's nothing that I'm like, wow, that's the thing I want to do. I have to
Let
think
it
really hard.
percolate because you
Yeah.
might discover that there's something that we can all do together in Phoenix. And oh.
I know, because okay, so are we now all doing a hot air balloon and we're all going to lay in Natalie's pool on
Hmm.
floaties?
Hmm.
I have to think of something else we can do in Phoenix. I will
It
tell
Oh,
you
doesn't
the
have to
one
be
thing
in
I
Phoenix.
long to do in Phoenix, and that is to have that quesadilla that we had
oh,
at that spa, Natalie.
okay. I forgot to respond to you on Polo. 1,000%. When we're all here, you don't have to go to the spa to have that quesadilla. We'll just go to lunch. It's called the Pink Dolphin at the Global Ambassador. It has the best quesadilla in town, plus some tahini French
Mention
fries
us
that
for a
are skinny
15%
shoe shaped.
discount.
Yes.
Just
Ah,
kidding. You
three
can't.
of cups. Yeah, no, they have no idea who I am, even though
Oh,
I spend my money there. So we can go there for lunch one day. Let's do it.
we do that.
That's what I want because here's the thing. When we went there, which was amazing, Natalie and I had a day there. We went in, the guy said the quesadilla is amazing. I was like, who says the quesadilla is amazing? That sounds so dumb, right?
Mhm.
Then we get in and we were just like, fine, we'll order it. I thought I had gone to heaven. I was like, what is this magical amazingness?
Did I tell
What made
you
it so
I was
good?
there last month and I got it?
Was it
I would,
just as magical and amazing?
it's amazing. It's just amazing.
That's, I mean, if I can't come up with anything else, I will tell you that might, like, because that's been in my dreams since we did that, Natalie, which was like a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 2 years ago. I just like honestly, I'm like, I want that quesadilla. I want that quesadilla. And
I
I
would like
hate
to vote for
quesadillas.
also going to the spa that day, though. Just putting that out there. Mhm.
It is a nice spa.
It's a really nice spa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll keep thinking on it. But I'd love to know what you guys are also hoping to do in 2026.
I hope to launch a new brand in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Still kind of working on brand positioning and what all of that's going to look like, but I hope to do that. I also kind of hope to live overseas maybe for a couple months this year. London, I'm looking at you, kid. And I think that's the most I can plan for, frankly, because it's going to be such an up in the air kind of year.
Does that feel good to you though, Nikki?
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely a little bit of a transition, but in a good way, because as we were talking about, my life needed a major shakeup. So this whole not having a home base really is a shakeup that, I mean, I've had a place to live for, had my own place basically for what, 25 years after college. So it's a little bit weird, but I think it's the shakeup I need. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Natalie? What are you hoping this year looks like for you?
Well, to visit Nicki in London for sure. That is going to happen. I think this next year I want to focus on doing what feels right for me and like what makes me feel alive and just energized. Probably really like expanding my personal network with relationships and friends and just how I want my life to look now that I'm kind of living alone and can do whatever I want. So just want to surround myself with amazing people doing amazing things, developing even deeper and better relationships.
Mm.
Not out of obligation, but because these are just amazing people.
Yeah, I love that.
What
I
about
feel
you,
About
like
Q?
you?
I have like the most boring year planned, but I will tell you one thing that I am going to try to make happen. So I've been a big fan of Pilates this year, and I have recently been just reaching out anytime I talk to someone and just finding out if they play pickleball. And I'm starting to gather up a group of women who all feel the same way as I do, which is we're not competitive pickleball players. We don't play often enough to make it a big priority, but we want to play. And so it's really hard. and maybe Natalie can speak a little bit to this. It's really hard to play like even at the pickler or in leagues and stuff when people are super serious, when you're just like, I want to just enjoy this and have fun. And so I think I'm up to there's like 5 or 6 of us now that I think we're going to start in the spring, have a date that we can get together, and then whoever can make it can make it, whoever can't can't. And I'm like, I'm kind of excited about having like a group of women that are not related to work, not related to church, not related to kids, other parents, that it's just like we're just kind of all getting together just to play a game and to have a good time.
I love
So
that. That's fun.
I think for someone like me who's so structured and has already so many things planned out, it's kind of nice to bring in that for me, this is a little chaotic, like a
Hmm.
little tiny bit of chaos.
Hmm. It's
What
playful.
makes it, yeah, what makes it feel chaotic for you?
Because it feels like I'm probably going to have to cut off some of my afternoon or morning time for this. And I know neither of you
Mm.
have issues with that, but that's my good thinking time. And so I really respect the time that I have to deeply think, to write, and to design, and to work. And so I think it will cut into some of that. And I think I need to just be okay with that. I need to make some transitions in my life and be
But
okay
you
with
could play pickleball at any time.
it's true. It depends on these women. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I think they're
Yeah.
going to want to do like a Friday morning or a Thursday morning or something. And I think I just need to block off the time and be like, you know what? This is okay. This is okay. I just got invited also to a mahjong group that it always meets on Thursday afternoons. And I'm trying to figure out how to rearrange my meetings and schedules because I love mahjong. And this group plays Chinese mahjong, not American mahjong.
That
Wait,
was gonna
but
be my
I also
question.
think in 2026, our goal when we're together, will you teach us? I think you're supposed to teach us Mahjong,
I'm supposed to teach you Chinese mahjong because
Chinese Mahjong.
that
I
is the
think
way
that
to
would
play.
be fun. When you come out here, okay, we'll have lunch at Pink Dolphin, do a hot air balloon ride, float under the stars, and play Chinese Mahjong.
I'm
That's
bringing
a
it. I
pretty
just
good
got a new travel set,
itinerary.
so I'm going to bring it.
Okay, I love that. Hmm.
I love mahjong, you guys. And almost everybody plays American mahjong, but Chinese mahjong is where it's at. I'm just
All
telling
right.
you. That's what
Mhm.
they're playing in Crazy Rich Asians, in
I was
case you
gonna
were
say,
wondering.
let's have a Mahjong Crazy Rich Asians night. Maybe you could wear that fur coat, that fur little thing, our little Eskimo, Karina. You can wear that because at nighttime it'll be a little chilly. We'll put the movie on outside. We'll like have a
Mhm.
fire going and we'll learn how to play Chinese Mahjong. And we'll eat some Chinese food.
And then a little bit later, we'll all get in our bathing suits and float in the pool. It's
Let's do
perfect.
it. Yeah. Hmm. I
I'm
like
here
it.
for it. Yeah.
It's
Is
so
there
good.
anything that you want to remove from
Ooh.
that you had in 2025 that you would like to remove from 2026?
Oh, that's
Mm.
interesting. I 100% the biggest thing on my list is with Design Suite probably dissolving in 2027. My goal is to do less design boot camps. I do one every single month, and I didn't this year, and it felt so good.
Mm.
So, what I think will happen is I will do one probably once every 2 months or so until I'm ready to be done allowing people to come into my program that you guys know live events take up a lot of energy and a lot of time. And so the being able to kind of have more space for what the university needs, I think is going to be an appropriate way to change over my life in 2026.
Hmm. What about you, Nikki?
I feel like I left a lot of stuff and I mean we're still in 2025 and I feel like I left a lot of stuff in 2025. Um leaving behind I think maybe actually leaving behind a lot of the I feel like things got a little chaotic in 2025. I feel like it was, as much as my life was kind of small and I feel like I had a bunch of stuff kind of cobbled together and just a lot of chaos in my brain. And I'm looking forward to more creativity and just more flowing and less forcing and trying to make things work and more just kind of flow. That's what I want to leave behind the chaos and lean into the flow.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Natalie?
Yeah. I am leaving behind. putting other people's feelings above my own, but not in a
Yes.
mean way, but in a like protecting of myself kind of way.
I think that is
Mm.
really, really good.
I gotta go to CVS. I have CVS written on my hand as I'm doing the preach hands. That's awesome. I love to hear
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I think too, leaving behind, living my life in a way that doesn't feel 100% to me, but because it makes somebody else feel comfortable, you know? So I guess I'm looking forward. Another way to say is I'm looking forward to more freedom and more independence and less constriction and less dependence.
Mhm. Do you think that there is like a rediscovery of yourself coming? Like, do you feel like there's do you feel like you need to kind of mine who you are? Or do you feel like you know who you are, you just have not had the opportunity to focus on you?
I feel like I'm more clear now than ever in who I am and what I want, but I feel like I do need to take some time in making sure I'm confident in it.
Mm.
And I think I think there's still a lot of growth for me to do, but I feel confident I am moving in the right direction, if that makes sense.
As your friends, I think speaking for both of us, we agree. We're confident you are moving in the right direction too.
Hmm. So,
Well, and that's all any of us can hope to do, right?
hmm
That we're
hmm
moving in the right direction because nobody knows really what the end result of this journey is.
Hmm.
right, right.
Hmm. Well, death, but otherwise.
Way to
I
put
was
a
going to
damper on it.
I wonder what my next life will be like.
Oh, that's so funny. I will say, the energy coming off of you, Natalie, this last little bit, and actually from you too, Nikki, as like you've kind of finalized everything with your house and you just recently got all your stuff from your pod. Between you two, it's been fascinating to watch. Both of you, your energies have totally changed. The way you show up feels really different. Are you guys seeing that with yourselves too?
I see it with Natalie. I don't know if I see it with myself yet. I don't know if I have fully, but 100% I agree. I see it with Natalie.
I see it with you, Nikki, too, because I think the angst around like all the trauma of having to do all this stuff, it's gone away. I haven't seen it. So I think what I'm seeing is the absence of like kind of some of this negative energy around like just the chaos that is has been your life.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Like I don't feel that from you anymore.
Hmm. Yeah, the tracks. I mean, things are
So,
a lot
but
calmer.
I will say Natalie's is like night and day, which is a little bit like her drinking wine, if you guys want to know. Half a glass takes Natalie right
Basically, I've been drinking wine every day. I'm just joking.
there.
I mean, not too far off from the truth. But no, I definitely feel free. I feel alive. I feel energized. And like, I think one of the things I will say for 2026, which will be a goal, is just to figure out how I want to live my life on a daily basis. So, Sundays are usually sheet washing days and blanket washing days. So it's going to be my fancy sleep days. And so I have these silky black tiger pajamas that's like super special. So on Sundays, on sheet washing days, it's going to be fancy sleep night. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I was thinking Friday after I'm done with pickleball, I want it to be my Costco run. Like, who's at Costco at Friday night? Nobody, right? Hopefully not. And not as busy. I'm going to buy some fresh flowers because they have like really good flowers. If not there, maybe Trader Joe's. But like, just kind of figuring out like, how do I want my life to be? I mean, I baked cookies today. I had a chocolate chip cookie, fresh baked right before this podcast. I don't know who I am, but I'm trying to figure out like, how do I want to live this life and make it just fun?
I love that. Fancy
Hmm.
sleep night.
Fancy
Yeah.
sleep night. You want to join me? Choose a night and make it fancy. Do you have fancy
Do.
pajamas? We can do
I
our
do.
fancy pajamas and like do a little polo bedtime story or something.
That's
I
good.
am
Who's gonna eat fancy
obsessed with this
pajamas?
fancy sleep night. This is giving me all the happiness. I'm obsessed.
I mean,
I
who
love
doesn't want
it so
fancy sleep
much.
night? So instead of like my sweatpants and like sweatshirt, it's like a cool pajama set.
Yeah,
Do you have
I
like
like it.
silk or satin sheets you could sleep on too? Although I think if you have silk or satin
I
pajamas and
might
silk or
slip
satin
off,
sheets,
huh?
I was just gonna say slip right off the bed.
No, I think they just need to be fresh and clean and a beautifully made bed with just the coolest pajamas.
I love that. I was just thinking about like what are things I like. I love those like little things that you're doing to do something special. In 2025, I made a goal to it wasn't for myself. Well, it was for myself. I never had made goals before that Josh and I would go do stuff by ourselves, and I made a goal to go on 3 vacations. And we'll be finalizing that in December because the two of us are going to Hawaii by ourselves, which is a magical thing, like without any kids. So I will say this year, I want to continue some of that because we do. I mean, I hate to say this. When you've been married 25 years, I want to say the magic's gone, but sort of, guys. Like, you're very dutiful to each other, right? Like, there's still magic, but it's just different. There's not the butterflies. You know everything about each other, right? And so I just think I want more of that. I want more of that relationship stuff because it's important to me.
So I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson a lot recently, and he was talking about people ask him sometime. He's been married for, I don't know, 40 years or something. And sometimes people ask him, like, what's the secret to successful marriage? He's like, it's not one secret. Like, there's not one secret. There's all these things. He's like, but something I have found super helpful is to create new experiences. So I think that's what you're getting to with this vacation, just the two of you, because when you have new experiences, you have new things to talk about, things to explore, to dissect, versus just the same thing over and over. So it's like do something new, go somewhere new, learn something new, and then it's never the same relationship. It's always something growing. And I'm like, I really love that. Like my next relationship for sure, new experiences.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I
You know what?
agree.
You know how we were talking about like the traveling alone and I do think, Natalie, I think that your point about if I went to go live somewhere, I think you're right. If I were living somewhere, I would make an effort to make friends. So that has been noted. Uh, but that is the problem with traveling alone, is that when something like not even just kind of kooky happens, then it becomes a story for
Yeah.
with if you go with friends or you go with it becomes a story that you tell for and you oh my God, remember this? And then you have all kinds of silly jokes and stories. And yeah, you can tell them to other people, but it's so much more fun and special to have those shared moments. And the problem with traveling alone is that, yeah, you can tell that story to other people, but there isn't that same level of appreciation as
Yeah.
when you experience that with someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree with you, Nikki. I hadn't really thought of it that way because I travel alone for work, but I never travel alone for pleasure
Mhm.
ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't even know what that was like because there's always someone, usually a kid, who's like, "Well, I'll come. I want to come, Mom." I'm like, "Fine."
Or
Right?
me.
Or
I'm gonna
you,
come.
just cute,
Okay.
Nikki. Yeah, I think the relationship thing is really interesting, Natalie, because even this happened last night. I had a really late YouTube live with my friend Lori, and who she always brings her husband, and actually her daughter came as well. So Ashlyn took a nap in the upstairs of the bar, and Doug was running our YouTube live. And when they left, I sent a text to Josh because he was in the house with the kids, and I just said, "I need to go out. I'm tired. I need to go out
Mm-hmm.
tonight." It was a Thursday night, and he was like, "Okay, where should we go to dinner?" And instead of going to like our usual spot, we went and got Korean barbecue and like did the whole like hot pot thing or whatever. And it was such a nice change of space, of
Yes.
pace, because we just started talking about other things that we normally wouldn't be talking about. We were in a different setting. We'd been to that place like maybe once or twice before. And then I kind of said to him, I was just like, "I think I need you to treat me like we're still dating again." Like I was just
Yes.
like, "I think I need some of that right now because it's just feeling a little like we know all the same things." He was like, "Great. I'm planning our date tomorrow. You have no idea what we're
Oh.
doing." And so that's happening tonight. And then he actually started a new job, and now we're going to a casino night tomorrow night so we get to dress up. So it's like a 3 date weekend, and I couldn't be more happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done that thing where you meet at a bar and you pretend that you're strangers and you don't know each other? Like they did
We've
on
done
Modern Family, all those episodes?
Well, there's a show with Meg Ryan where she does that too.
Oh yeah,
right?
kind of a bummer though. I think that's when a man loves a
Andy
woman.
Garcia. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny at the front. And
Yes.
we have not done it at a bar because we don't go to bars, but we have done it at
Okay,
a
true.
gas station before where we're driving two different cars. The people on the other side, so confused, especially when he comes up, grabs my butt, and pays for my gas for me. The people on the other side, when we act like we don't know each other, but he's coming on to me, it is hysterical.
Oh,
So,
I love that.
You could do it at a bar, just don't get any alcohol.
we could.
I would actually really like I would like you to do this and report back because I think the two of you of all the people I know, I think that you and probably Josh especially would have like the wildest time.
Well, Josh would get so into it. Like
Yes.
Josh
Josh would
would
like
so.
be an amazing actor.
Yeah.
He would like do it right.
Okay, I'll think about it. I'm the one hesitant. Josh is so for it.
Josh, if you're
I felt
listening,
bad. I felt bad for the people at the gas station because they were so concerned for me. Like they were really concerned
oh,
for me.
that's sweet.
He
I
is
feel
a
like
big
we should
guy.
contact Josh and not let Karina know and like just have Josh do it one day. Like the kids are gone and like the doorbell rings and Karina answers it and it's like a delivery pizza boy, but it ends up being Josh and he takes off
Yes.
and Karina's like, I don't have any money. And he's like, you got something else you could give me. And then, like they just go from there. But like, I think you're not going to be able to tell Karina ahead of time. It's going to be Josh is just going to have to like make that happen and put Karina on the spot.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if you guys had his phone number memorized, you would be fine. But as we discussed in previous episodes, I think you're in trouble.
Adding it to the 2026 goal list. Hot air
Hmm.
balloons, Josh's number.
Get Josh's number. I do like Josh, if you're listening to this podcast in whenever this comes out, invite Karina out to dinner. Tell her you're going to meet her there, and then show up as someone totally different, and then make her
Is this
play
seat
along.
taken?
The sad part is he does listen to this episode, so neither of you need to contact him now
Oh,
because
Love
he
that.
will
Also,
totally.
Josh, send us your phone number.
I was gonna say, just text me your phone number, Josh. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
We got it, right?
Okay.
Karina's got her number in her phone. Just text it to us.
We're gonna need that. Yeah.
All right. I think this was a good episode. I mean, 2026, I think it's going to be a good year,
Mhm.
right?
It's gonna
Some
be a
good
great
plans.
year. And now we're gonna have pictures of us in a hot air balloon, or perhaps me
Oh,
in a hot air
yeah.
balloon looking down on you guys preparing a picnic for us.
I do think it'd be fun to picnic in the desert. Do that thing
Yeah,
I do too.
with the hot air balloon.
agreed.
Okay.
See you guys later. Bye.